Hello, joined by Elaine from Schlagerfesten.
Yes, the greatest podcast about Melodifestivalen you can find on iTunes and Acast or SoundCloud.
There it is. But we're here in Malmö. It's time to talk about semi-final 2. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
Let's do this! You missed out on that. We're going to talk about Melodifestivalen semi-final 2. Let's start with the first one. It's Andreas Johnson with Army of Us.
It sounds very much like some kind of EDM song, but done by an old man. It's very strange.
Well, he's not that old. He's only like...
He's almost 50.
Okay, yeah. But, I think it's his best mellow entry. And perhaps he needed some EDM in there because he was doing this kind of like 60s kind of weird rock thing the last time and didn't really make it past his heat. That was 2015. But I think this is his best entry in mellow. I think it's got a good hook.
He's got a nice jacket.
It's a good hook. I like it. I think it's his best mellow entry. And, it's been 20 years since Glorious is hit single.
And people keep saying this reminds them of Glorious, but I don't think it does. It's just that it's up-tempo and modern.
Exactly. I think that's what it is, but it works, I think. And
it works, but I wish he was a 20-year-old guy.
Well, we can't get everything we want all the time. I'm happy with it. I think this will definitely will be going to Anders Johnson.
At the most.
Yep. But hey,
harsh.
That's cool. Let's move on to a debutante, Malou Prytz, with I Do Me.
I do me, and you do you.
I do me, you do you, you do you. I do me.
I do me. It's actually a very good song. You can tell that she's a very Bambi on ice because she's all new. But they're doing the whole school uniforms, school environment. It's very poppy and catchy.
Well, she's dressed like Cher from Clueless, and it works for her. This was one of the songwriters is Issa.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds like an Issa song to a certain degree, but of course Issa's more mature now, so I don't see Issa singing it. But the other thing is Ace Wilder is involved with the staging.
Is she?
I read that on the SVT blog, I think, because of the same management, so I think Ace had a few words or a few say.
Which you can tell by the dancing she does. It's very acey.
Now, the thing is, she's a debutante, and this is the first time Malou's on a big stage. She's 16 years old. She was scouted from some talent videos on YouTube. She's done competitions before, but never anything like this. And to me, it looked evident. She has a lot of potential, but after going up after someone like Andreas, who is a pro, it's so evident that Malou is new to the business, but a lot of potential there. And with that said, although it's a very fun, catchy song with a great hook, I think this might have difficulty moving on. Your thoughts?
My thoughts is the song is great. She actually does singing very well for never have been on such a stage. But I think it's going to be hard. If it was another heat, I would say AC for this debutante. Yeah. But there's so much other things that the kids will like.
Yeah, and there's definitely a lot of potential. Great voice. She completely delivers on the vocals. Yeah. And she's hitting the dancing marks, but there's just something in the eyes that wasn't connecting.
Yeah, and it's like when she does her moves, you can tell it's practiced and she has to think when she does them. So she's got, but for this heat, maybe 6.
We'll see, and let's move on to song number 3.
I love it, I love it, I love it.
I thought you were doing Icona Pop, but it's not Icona Pop, although they're from the same label. It is Oscar and his dad.
Yes, from the Faux and Felix Sandman's old bandmate. And I absolutely love this banger.
Well, when I first saw the staging, I thought, is that Benjamin Ingrosso's box?
It is Benji's box.
It is Benji's box.
It is.
So Oscar's in Benji's box.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it looked great. Rose petals around there. And the thing I really liked about it was, Oscar's been kind of viewed as the shy one of Faux and O. Yeah. He's, not as fun and, charismatic as Felix.
He's been like mature for his age, which is maybe why he has that older girlfriend.
The song is about, I guess, his parents not accepting this because they've been dating for a bit now.
Yeah, and I think his parents are younger than she is.
And there was one line about fuck it that he changed it.
Yes, I will tell you since I'm very into this it used to be, my parents don't like it, but fuck it, it's exciting. But they had to change that because in a family show, you don't want to tell your parents to fuck off.
Well, no one told that to Lisa Ajax, who don't give
Well, she didn't tell her parents to fuck off.
Well, it could have been.
She said she didn't give a fuck.
Well, it could have been directed to her
Can we say
parents.
fuck in this, or will you beat this all out?
No, I don't have time for that. But it's a fun song. It's a bop. And I like the staging because it does not force him to be something he's not.
No.
It kind of plays on his kind of... he seems very sensitive, very introverted. And the staging, it shows this. It shows him. Yeah. He's not there doing crazy choreography, although he could. He's being genuine to himself. He's not as charismatic as Felix. He's not as sassy as Omar.
Who could be, though?
That's true. But he's being himself, and the staging just works around it. I thought everything just worked with this number.
And there's this part in the song where it goes symphonies, which is just brilliant. You will love it.
I think it's DTF.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
Direct to the finals. Let's move on to song number 4. It is, well, someone looking for redemption. 50 years ago, when Andreas Johnson was born, this man came in second place. So close. He lost Melodifestivalen to Tommy Sherberg, but now he's back for revenge 50 years later. Jan Malmsjö, he is back for redemption, and he's back to take the crown with his song Leva Livet.
Yeah, he's doing the 50-year challenge. That's what he's doing. I said in our pod that it's strange that a 90-year-old man
89.
Oh, sorry. Would sing about living life when it's almost over.
Well, I mean, if there's anyone that knows about living life, it's him. And I like the melody of the song. I like the production. It's fun, and it's not taking itself too seriously. I like the staging. They're relying a lot on the dancers because they're being real. He can't really dance and do pirouettes.
He can't move at all, apparently. I heard he was a train wreck.
Well, I'd say he did very well for someone his age, and they're definitely playing with it. There's one part where he literally just collapses onto a chair. I think during the first run through, I think he fell asleep in it. And
this is worse than when Ove Thörnqvist stroked on stage.
No, he did what?
He had a stroke on stage.
Did he really?
During rehearsals.
Oh, wow. But, well, luckily, he's okay, and Jan was okay. But he's literally on the chair, and it's like a dancer comes and revives him. He's like, oh, that's right, I'm in Mellow. But I think they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, he is a funny man, and he is an actor, so you never know. He's a bit...
And he was forgetting his lines sometimes, but maybe that's a part of the plan. It's the charm.
Who knows?
A forgetful old man.
Or he's just senile because he's almost 90.
Well, let's move on, shall we?
I forgot what's next.
It is YouTube sensation Vlad Reiser with Nakna I regnet.
Nakna I regnet, yes, so naked in the rain.
But he was not naked.
He was wearing way too much clothes
to
be
clothes.
Singing about naked in the rain.
He was wearing clothes plus an extra layer of plastic.
Yeah, no, Vlad.
Take it off.
If you wanna get points with me, you better take your clothes off.
Well, here's the one thing about Vlad. He is a debutant. He knows his range.
He's a charmer, though. You can't tell he's new with anything because
oh my goodness! If there's one thing he knows how to do, it's look at the camera. He knows how to sell, he knows his range, and he knows how to stay within his range.
Yeah.
So this song could be a surprise contender because at first I was thinking, okay, well, YouTuber, all right. We had Edward Bloom last year.
Edward Bloom is not a YouTuber.
Yeah, he has that song that went viral on...
oh, right, yeah.
But this is, which was an accident. The song, it was remixed. It was done really well. But this is good, actually. I was surprised. He knows his range, and he sticks to it.
I like him.
He definitely knows how to sell. He knows how to look at the camera.
He knows how to flirt. He was flirting with every female interviewer today at the press conference, including me. I'm offended.
Well, he hasn't met me yet, so we'll see how that goes tomorrow. But he seems like a really nice guy. He knows how to look at the camera. He knows his range and to stick within that range, no matter how the range. But good on him. I really think he did an awesome job. Great debutant. He's selling it, and that's how you make a debut. And I wouldn't be surprised if this perhaps continues on in the contest.
I hope not, but anything can happen in this heat, I think.
Well, he's that good because this is the heat. This is the heat I call the heat of hookers because all the songs have good hooks. No, not like that kind of hookers, but like basically the songs in this heat, they have hooks, and you know, maybe you don't think Eurovision, but you're definitely humming all the choruses after each song.
Yes.
So that's why I think it's a tough heat for sure. For sure.
Always.
And let's move on to what the press called probably the best song of the heat from the preview listen. It is Liamo back, and with debutante Hannah Firm singing Hold You.
And it sounds pretty much like Dusk Till Dawn.
Well, they can sing. First off, there's no doubt the two of them are probably the strongest vocalist.
Oh yeah,
in this heat.
Oh Lord, she's the best vocalist Mello's had in years. She's amazing.
Put the two together, you have two strong vocalists on stage doing a duet. Let's start with the staging.
The plastic bags, you mean? That almost suffocated Liamo twice.
There was a bit of work to be done. The plastic bags at the end, it's supposed to be like fire coming out. Like Mahan Mohan's number, Aleo, it's pretty much the same at the end there.
Yeah.
But it still looks great. That's why we're doing it. And the plastic bag that was used, it literally wrapped around Liamo's face and
like a sandwich.
Almost suffocated him.
Sandwich.
There's a bit of work to be done.
Yeah.
It looked cool, but at the beginning, the plastic when it was down, it looked like they were in a construction site.
Yeah, I'm not convinced by it, but I think it looks very cool with all the lights, and I see the potential of it. But with these two, you wouldn't really need anything.
The song is powerful. The voices are powerful.
And the chemistry is like great.
Well, you know, Liamo, he can look at anything. Liamo could look at a wall with paint drying and you'd be like, chemistry.
Yeah.
He knows how to make fire out of ice. He knows how to make things go woo, including Hannah Firm, the two of them together. What an amazing song, amazing performance.
If you didn't know better, you'd think they were sleeping together, but I do know they're not.
Well, we had the interview. It's up for you to judge what the chemistry is like. But are they DTF?
They're not DTF.
No, direct to the finals.
Yes, that they are.
I think it is a strong contender for direct to the finals as well. And we'll move on to the final song. She's back. Margaret.
Oh, I'm still on the DTF.
Margaret is back with Tempo, and what can you say about the song?
Oh, I can't sing it, can I? It's very, very good. I like it a lot more than I liked In My Cabana, but I thought the staging and everything made it very confusing. You kind of forget the song because there's so much going on, but I love to listen to it and dance to it, but I don't know if I want to see it that messy.
It was a big risk that they took, and I don't think they knew what they were doing until they finally saw it on the stage. There are parts of it where the LED is a green screen and they are using jump cuts back with Margaret in the front. Then they go to the real dancers and still using the LED with the dancers. It was a mess.
Yeah.
It looked like a mess. They definitely need to fix it ASAP. This needs so much work. The potential is there. I get what they wanted to do, but the risk didn't pay off. The two times it happened, it just looked a big mess on stage. I don't know what they're going to show in the preview clip, but the green screen part was just not working.
No, and which is very sad because Margaret is such a sweet girl and the song deserves better. So I hope they have a backup plan, but knowing Warner Music, they will.
Absolutely. Maybe it was just a bit of a PR stunt to get
Again.
people like the sparkling toilet, but the staging was, if that was the staging, the worst staging of the heat.
Oh yes, sorry.
But I can see the idea behind it. If it did deliver and work out, it would have been music video amazing. It would have just really wowed everyone, and perhaps it would have propelled it direct to the finals. Unfortunately, the staging didn't live up to what it could have been.
No, if it's like this on Saturday, it won't even qualify to anything, I think.
Yeah,
it will be like 5th or 6th.
There's no way they're going to allow this to happen. They are going to fix it. Pretty sure of it, because
well, then she's a contester for DTF.
It's a fun song. It is definitely taking In My Cabana, raising up the tempo.
But I was thinking, like, I love Margaret to bits, right? She's very good. But I would have maybe wanted a Latino girl for this song. I don't think, like, when you listen to it, you're like, oh, this is... And then you see blonde little Polish Margaret, and it's fun because it's a contrast, or whatever you say. But, yeah, I don't know.
Well, here's the thing about Margaret. She's got the X factor. I don't know what it is.
She's got fire.
You can just see her stand on the stage and people would still vote for her. That is the charm, and that is the essence of Margaret. You can have her stand up there and try to sell Sweden 6 more months of winter and people would still buy into it.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
She's definitely got something special. But to summarize everything, if you can pick 2 direct to the finals, which 2 would it be?
Liamo and Hannah, obviously. And, this is hard this week. I'm going to go for Jan, actually. Because I think that he will maybe get the younger voters and the older voters. And I think that's...
It's charming. He's like collapsing on a chair, falling asleep, forgetting his lines. I hope that's an act.
Yeah, and the thing is that the younger voters will have too much to choose from.
Yeah.
So I think that. And to the AZ, I will go for Oscar and Andreas.
I'm going to say for the direct... I'm going to say it's going to be, for my opinion, Liamo and Hannah for sure. I think Oscar might be able to do it. I think, especially since his staging is so strong along with the song. And I think to AC, it could be Margaret, and I think it could be Andreas.
You're judging out the old man.
I mean, that's always a factor. It's unpredictable, and I think...
And even more now with the aging voting and everything.
And I think if you are Jan Malmsjö, this is the way you want to come back. He's done it right, for sure.
The last comeback he's going to make, so it's good.
Well, that's what we think. And although you guys are going to have to wait till Saturday to see the full clips, if you've seen the preview clips, tell us what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and notifications to make sure you get all the wee videos up to date as soon as they come out. Oh, I realize you don't do this. And don't forget to subscribe to our Twitter, Instagram, and many other social media accounts that I realize I don't know about because I don't really do these videos. But I hope you enjoyed. I'm Kevin Adarimi from weeblogs.com.
And follow me, Schlagerfesten, and my friend Anders, that's not here, on Instagram.
That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye!